Well, yeah, but that's what I was trying to point out was that it's like this stems from that shit, from them actually investigating her, and then the Trump trial in Georgia, even though it's separate, the shit's still connected. And it's crazy that they actually subpoena her as well, but she's not. I guess she's like, fuck them, and she took this subpoena, which doesn't make sense to me.
Can I throw something out there? Can I throw something out there you guys think about? This guy had a divorce, and there's a community that between him and his wife. If he spent money on this chick, it would be waste, and it would have been argued at some point during the divorce by his ex that he wasted community assets or he spent community assets. Did anyone hear whether the ex is testifying or if any of the divorce documents can be brought into evidence?
You're talking about the guy that she was messing with?
Or the wife actually did bring, so I could get the information for you real quick. Let me go look for it, because the wife did.
Here's my question. I don't live in Georgia, so I don't know if it's a community property state or not. Someone might know that. I guess we could look it up. But there's community assets, and when you spend on a paramour, on a lover, during the marriage, or you're in the marriage until your assets are split, it can be construed in a divorce court as waste. Waste meaning you wasted the community's money on a lover. So that's my question. Did any of that get brought up?
No, they were divorced. They were community property. Not even an issue.
Wait, no, but they weren't.
It is not a community property state.
It's not a community property state.
It is not.
Thank you.
Hey,
they just recently got divorced. They weren't
divorced when he was trapped.
This is a recent situation.
Hey, one mic on Ink, and again in Atlanta.
No, I'm saying
because they weren't divorced. He testified that he was getting divorced that year.
By the time they got together, Fannie and him got.
Wait, so I don't know if you guys heard him say one mic on Ink.
Nah, my shit I was talking about it's way past important when it comes to us all. So y'all can finish this and then I bring it up. But shit is hella important though, and it's probably affecting some of the people in the room. Say it. So continue on with y'all conversation now, and then once y'all finish, then I bring it to the floor.
Bro, you gonna have to wait till tomorrow if you do that.
Alright, Bill.
So you gonna cut the conversation. You can have your ad libs. Then you can tell us.
I don't even remember what we were talking about now. You might as well get it on.
Right, get it out, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, stop talking to me like you know me, my boy. Because you don't. Hey, look, check this out. So T-Mobile had some shit in that clause contract. It says starting, I can't remember exactly when it started, but it's this year though. It says any threatening text messages sent, any drug activity sent, and any hate speech sent is penalized against the phone user and is charged. So anytime you're arguing with a motherfucker on your phone or talking about getting some weed, any of this shit, they're watching all of your fucking text messages and penalizing you for it. And y'all can go look it up. It's on their website.
Wait, say that.
We talked about that like a month and a half ago.
Wait, say that again. Say it again, please.
I promise you we did about a month and a half.
Yeah, we did. Say it one more time.
Can you say it like one more time?
Please don't say it. I'm gonna put the link in the box.
That's crazy.
I ain't basically saying T-Mobile on some like your shit tap, like whatever you doing, they watching that shit. You do some bullshit, they gonna see it, and then you gonna get in trouble.
Do you think Abby and somebody else wanted to talk about, I guess, the clip?
I was just asking the question, guys. I threw that out there. The timeline on when he started going on vacations with her or when money started being spent. Was he fully divorced then when the alleged relationship and money being spent on her started happening?
He's still going through the divorce hearing now.
Okay, so that's my question. Has the ex or any of the divorce records, it might be a sealed divorce, but has any of that been brought into evidence?
That's not even the actual trial. Like
the last thing I heard.
Do you hear is anyone following where I'm going with this?
Yeah, the last thing I heard about that divorce case was that the wife was presenting some type of information or evidence that she knew that he was basically cheating on her in a sense. Now, I don't know if it was with Fannie Willis, but it points to that was the fact that it was with Fannie Willis. So I think that she did bring evidence to the courts pertaining to that case, saying that he was doing it.
Relevant, right? I mean, because especially in divorce situations when there's a lover or paramour, one of the main things that pisses off the spouse is the money that was spent on the lover. So they're gonna do some kind of forensic during the divorce to find that. So
she did kind of choke up when they asked her about like meeting in like 2020 or whatever, and then she was, I don't know. To me, that was kind of just a strange answer. So anyway,
all this shit's strange.
And I'm saying that was like the first probably time they were getting together, which means that he was still probably married at that point. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'm just kind of looking at how the timeline's laying out.
I'm sorry to bring it up again, but
here's the case, like the example that she making, like the spouse feeling like the money they put into, their significant other, like they feel a type of way.
Please bring it up again.
I don't even think, even if say dude get money back, it's like he really, if that's the case, it seemed like a deeper was really fucking with him is like the energy, the time, the energy they put into that person. Because even if he do get the money back, it's like I don't even think that's still going. If that's how it's going, if that's what's going on, like I don't think it's gonna be no amount of money that's gonna fix somebody that has that type of mindset. Like with the divorce, you know what I'm saying.
Bro, that lady caught in the crossfire of a political war. Like, she is fucked. Like, she did not even took that
Trump against her. She's got the biggest gun. She is.
That's exactly what she inserted herself in, so nobody should feel
correct.
As.
She is at the wrong place at the wrong exact time.
No. So let me tell you what it is.
She put herself.
What's Beetlejuice name from Chicago? Oh, Mayor Lightfoot. The same way the Democrats use her. The same way the Democrats.
Like a Beetlejuice?
Bro, she look just like Beetlejuice, fam.
She really does.
The same way the Democrats. What'd you say, Q? The same way the Democrats used her and then threw her to the wayside when they was done with her is the same shit they did with Fun. It's no surprise that all of this shit came out during the election year and right when she was, full throttle, going after Trump. Right when the trial had started and, all of that shit, this shit breaks. And now it's a pause in that. Like, she got played. This shit is chess, not checkers, and she got played, truth be told.
Somebody cooperated for her to get handed up. It's all this shit.
Nah, she was fucking the hell, man.
Man,
that's right.
Cooperated, bro.
Hold on, I don't think she
Cash App, the whole Cash App, like trying to do the whole paper trail shit. But it's like you ain't going for it to be on a level like this. They ain't just going. It ain't just them picking up on what you doing, like the bullshit you doing, and then okay, we can subpoena and take it to court. It's like, bro, somebody cooperated in this shit.
No,
the
last
thing I'll say, and then I'll mute up.
All right, then hand it over to me, because no one's fucking.
Pause, bro. I'm not handing nothing over to you. You can speak on the mic. Pause.
Oh, don't presume, bro.
I'll pause that. But anyway, the same reason why the YSL shit is a state RICO, not a federal RICO, is her trying to put her name out there. So she tried to run both of these shits concurrent, so that niggas can look at her like she's the next big
thing. She can be popular.
Exactly. So she can be popular. So when it's time to run for a seat, whether it's presidency, whether it's
vice president,
something like that, like her name will be remembered for taking out Trump and for cleaning up the streets from YSL. So she's a dumbass. But Dr. Duke, go ahead, responsible.
Yeah, I actually 100% agree with that point. And I don't think anybody cooperated in this particular case. I think it's so strange to have a Democrat getting taken up on charges in these cases. It just has not happened for the last 5-6 years. They've basically gotten away with everything from spying on the president. I could spend 20 minutes talking about it. And if you want me to, I will. But it's just so strange. it's just so strange for one of them to get caught up, and it's been like that for so many years now that she was just running around, having vacations with this motherfucker, spending tons of money, etc., etc. She wasn't being careful.
Yeah, she was doing way more than
she was grabbing him by the pussy.
Yeah, she was grabbing him by the pussy. She was.
I think he's a rich bitch that doesn't get in trouble, yo.
You shut the fuck up, dumbass.
No, you're retarded,
So Mo, hold on, Mo. So what about Justin Trudeau? Like, hold on, isn't your prime minister racist too?
Yeah. Isn't he your favorite Canadians here?
Yeah.
Look, the real ones don't claim Justin Trudeau. The real ones don't claim Joe Biden.
You're from Mexico, right?
Can you take the little bus?
Hey, look, I'm from Mother Earth. All right, smarty pants. The real ones don't claim Deep State. The real ones don't claim New Zealand. The real ones don't claim Australia. The real ones don't claim the United Kingdom. That's why Prince Charles just presumably just got some freaking cancer, right? Look, no, hey, Chops, be quiet. All right, no. You always try to work.
Interrupted my genius for this.
Yeah. Hey, Chop, you interrupt me?
Yeah, I want to hear Doctor speak, please. Thank you.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, Doctor, my ass, dumbass.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks. All right, let's.
Anyway.
All right, I'll let somebody else go. I just wanted to bring that. Oh, one other thing I wanted to bring up. I mean, if you think of it, listening to this testimony, we just listened probably for like over an hour. I mean, this is wild. The way she was answering these questions, it's just men and women.
It's genius.
It is genius.
Because she knows the parameters. She got so much experience.
Bro, you just avoid the question.
But it
she knows
sounds
the
like she's
parameters.
lying because she did that shit.
Right, but the way she
It's
answered
not a
it.
question whether she's lying. It's genius the way she's evading the fucking question.
But it's so obvious, and men lie differently. On the stand, I've listened to a lot of testimony. This was particularly like Valley Girl.
The bitch said she drinks Grey Goose, bro. She said she
I want to be completely honest, so I'm going to do this. And I want to make sure that I'm being completely honest. It's like, very, very
I don't know why y'all give a fuck so much.
That ass.
That's my 50th birthday.
Depends on this. Are you dumb? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Why do we give a fuck?
Nigga, no, it ain't. Nigga, shut up. I ain't shit.
It clearly does if she's the one prostitute.
Oh, let me get. She gonna send me your address and black my eye.
See, the problem with you niggas is y'all just be saying shit without knowing shit. So for you to say, why does this matter or why is it important? Like, him and her aren't the literal fucking people trying to keep this nigga off the ballot. It's fucking crazy to me. Like, what are you talking about?
Man, she ain't got shit to do with what them other states got going on that's attempting to keep him off the ballot to the almost. So to say that she's the reason why it's bullshit. So nigga, I hear you, but as much as y'all want to be smart about every fucking thing that's going on, nigga, you don't know. And this shit ain't that fucking important. You just want to make it that important.
Really, Mike. Y'all niggas have
What make you look? Inca Chopskino. What make you think you guys know more than everybody else? Because you guys always have your chest out.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, so is it important that Trump wins this election, or is it important?
You really don't know what's happening. This ain't the turn it back if he win or not.
No, but I'm asking you, is it important? Yes, it does, because she's the one that's bringing a RICO Act against Trump for 2020 interference for him attempting to, what she's saying, persuade the governor.
Like, the nigga Trump, he's spanking every trial he goes through.
He's spanking all of them right now. No, he's spanking this one right now. That's why she's caught up in the shit that she's in right now. But my point is this: she's the reason why all the shit for the January 6th trials in Miami's going on. Her RICO Act is the one that stemmed all these federal cases. Literally, this woman, for the past 2 years, single-handedly sparked all this shit.
Take down Trump.
That's a fact.
regardless.
I'll tell you what a fact is. A fact is, Chopskino Inc. They take all the mic time and then they just think that the spot.
Right, Mo, stop being emotional.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Hey, regardless if like whatever happens, you know, they gonna put whoever they want in the office.
Here you go with your non-logic response.
Can I finish though?
Bro, it's like, bro, just 10 minutes, bro. Just give bro 10 minutes, bro. I swear. 10 minutes. We already went 4 hours ago.
Why do y'all niggas
Nothing matters.
Nah, yo, you guys are white cocks. All right, Inc. and Chopskino, you guys are white cocks.
Yeah. You can calm down. Relax with me.
Wait, did you take your Ritalin today, nigga? You okay?
What's the conversation now? Or is this like the mumble?
Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday.
It just sounds like
Exactly. Like y'all niggas dumb. You can't stay on mute when somebody's talking.
I know I am. I'm super dumb and can't stay on mute.
Stop it. You're literally making an example.
Okay, I do have something to say about the clip.
It could be the rest of all.
So does anybody else want to speak to them?
Me. Yeah, I do. So after listening to it, so obviously when she was going in there, it was in relation to, did she use government funds? I guess she's saying, no, I did not use government funds because I used my personal cash. They're like, well, where's the documentation of said cash that was used? You know, if it's cash, did you go to an ATM? She says, no, she was using her personal saved up monies from over the years of working. The source, when she was asked, was she said her own blood, sweat, and tears. Cool. To me, based on the presentation that we just watched or listened to for you guys, they were not able to prove that she used government funds at the end of the day. She's claiming she doesn't have anything to document to show, you know, that she was giving cash. Okay, that's the nature of cash. It doesn't mean that she was lying. Just because
she's capped.
Just because you can't prove it, whatever. Okay, so they asked her critically, you have Cash App, why didn't you pay him in Cash App? She says the recipient of these funds doesn't use Cash App. That's a valid reason. I mean, to me, these are things that are legitimate in my eyes. She's not saying that she's holding tens of thousands of dollars in her house. She said up to $9,000 at any given time, as low as $500 at any given time. In terms of the amounts that she had spent, she said she's only gone on about 3 trips with him, I thought she said. And in terms of trips, like, I guess out of the country, because I know she said little things like she's made trips like during the day where she didn't stay over to go, like, I can't remember, she said Tennessee or something, I can't remember. But like simple stuff like that, whatever. But during those times that they spent time together, she was paying her fair share. She was paying her half. She was covering herself. She was never receiving gifts from this person. Okay, which would have been another violation of some sort. The only time that she says it gets a little fuzzy with the whole gift part is because whenever they would have meals, sometimes it could, you know, get to over $100. But when they would have meals, she would pay and he would pay sometimes. That's the only time that it could have potentially gone over $100. But again, in order for that to be considered a gift, in theory, you'd be counting just her portion of it, right? Just her portion of it. So I don't know. I don't know what the odds are that they had like a $200. I don't know what the odds are that you have a $200 thing that they a meal that they ate together, and he paid for all of it, and her half was $100. In terms of like the vacation, she said the only time that she spent a pretty large amount on vacations with him was for his 50th birthday, and that was her choice to do that for personal reasons. To me. Oh, and then another thing that she said was that at no point did she give more than $2,500 to him as a reimbursement for her portion of a trip. The lowest amount was $1,000. I could have sworn she said she only went on like 3 trips with him, okay? So think about that. That's not a large amount even if it was government funds, that is not a large amount, and I don't believe it was, because at the end of the day, they can't prove it. If she used government funds, like say she had a credit card, or say she had access, like say she had a check cut and then she had to go to the bank and take cash out based on a check that was cut from the government to her for work purposes, that would be documented. And she would have to account for that in receipts and an expense report.
She hired him for $300,000.
Hold on. Just let me finish. She would have to account for that in an expense report. We're talking about what we were listening to. Hiring someone is completely outside of what we were just listening to, right? They asked her about her trips, her money, how she was reimbursing him, things like that. Their meals together, things like that. So at the end of the day, she hired a person. The person was, when she met him, he was, I don't know if she said he was like more of a mentor, but he was like he was teaching classes when she met him. You know what I'm saying? Outside of work, outside of whatever. At the end of the day, she found him to be competent. I think hiring him was not the issue. She hired other friends. She hired other people. The 2 other people that she hired to prosecute on the same case were personal friends of hers at that time, the same way he was. So I think that's not the issue in this particular testimony. This is not the issue. They were asking about the financial dealings between the 2 of them. And in this testimony, I don't find that she was inappropriate. Thank you.
Can I hold on? I'm gonna ask a quick question. I just want to be 2 seconds. Breathe for president. I'm just gonna say something. Can we not have a
shut the fuck up?
I'm just gonna say something real quick. That you can literally. She really played the cards. She's a person that played on the edge. Just like in banking, if you came in all the time and did a transaction for $9,000 all the time, we're going to eventually do a SAR, a suspicious activity report, because you're very suspicious. You're playing it close to the edge. And I'm not knocking her. She's very intelligent, but it just didn't make any sense. All the coincidences in how she transacted her funds was only different with that gentleman. Everybody else, it was trackable, except for this gentleman. So it was just quite obvious. But I understand you gotta, you're gonna say there's no proof, but there's lots of proof there. It's really suspicious.
So there's
Can I comment on stuff that Bree said? Bree, did you hear her also testify that the business about his travel agent, that his travel agent and his cruise company handled everything? That she really was a naive and an ingenue about travel. She really didn't travel. She really didn't even know where she was going. That it was something she just let him do because she knew very little about that kind of travel. And anything she did was very little internationally. Then you hear her testify, I use American dollars because when I travel abroad, they're great to negotiate with and they're great to use with taxi drivers. 2 totally inconsistent statements. One can impeach the other statement just on her credibility of veracity. If you disagree. Okay, I don't disagree. And if I was trying that case, I would absolutely impeach the credibility with respect to, isn't it your testimony that you said you don't travel, that you rarely traveled internationally, and that you left everything up to him because you said you didn't know, and now you're testifying that you're a seasoned traveler with American cash. So just statements like that really.
And she would tell your ass to shred. Let her finish. Do what she said. What's wrong with you? Shut the hell up. Hey, bro. Y'all niggas be weird, son. Shut up. She wasn't finished fucking talking, nigga. You could find out. You could easily find out.
Okay, someone else.
I wish you would try, bro. Trust me, bro. You don't.
Ooh, before you get into personal threats, you guys can take that to chat. I don't think Chris really puts up with that. They have a straight policy like that. But Abby, were you finished?
Just about. You know, if you was speaking, y'all say, y'all be active.
Yo, you finna get dropped if you do that shit again, boy.
Yeah, stop acting.
I said Ivy, guys. Maybe you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, it's okay. Wait, I think there were other inconsistencies in what she said. Again, I was talking about it earlier about the cash and the tracking of the cash. The last thing I want to say is lawyers, and I would say I've been in the profession a long time. We tend to document. It's our business to document. We do it for a living. We don't just freely do things without any documentation, any tracking, any accountability. It's just not in the nature of a lawyer. And she's also a district attorney, which even takes that to a higher level, that she would so freely and willy-nilly hand out bulk amounts of cash without any recordation of it. Just, to me, flies in the face of what would be human nature for someone in the legal profession. Now I'm done.
I disagree.
What you consider to be human nature, what you consider to be industry norms or standard operating procedure means nothing in this context. Because somebody can have a healthy skepticism of government and government tracking their activities and government tracking their whereabouts and decide to transact 100%.
But you work for the government.
They 100% can do that. And there's no, hey, Abby, hold on one second. And there's no,
you was there.
Guys, let's let him finish. Nobody could even critique.
So 100%. This might seem foreign to you, but it's not illegal, and it's not unethical, and it's not illicit. Okay, actually, she could spend every dime that she gets. She can cash it out and decide to spend her money however she wants to. Every check she gets, she can spend cash on groceries, on gas, on fucking movie theaters. She can do all of that. And there's not one thing you can do about it. And there won't be anything you can track because she paid it all in cash because it's her money. Until the defense can demonstrate that there was some sort of illicit use of cash, misappropriation of funds, some sort of unethical behavior, prosecutorial misconduct, they have no case, which is why they're floundering around like fish trying to find water because they don't have anything. That's why they're pulling straws, and that's why they're getting very temperamental and becoming restless because they're grasping for straws and they don't have anything on her. Now, if I was in her case, would I handle it a little bit differently? Absolutely. This is not a case you want to flop. This is not a case you want to create more controversy around. The controversy should stay around Donald Trump and his illegal activity around the election. However, here we are, and Fannie Willis is just about her. So, yeah, there's nothing illicit about what she did. The judge is going to dismiss this motion probably tomorrow, Monday at the latest, and then we'll be back to the main circus.
You're an agent, right? You're an agent?
Yeah, but no, bro, I'm black. Are you Asian?
I think that's cap because companies even check your credit too. Like you gotta for some Caucasian. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, some jobs you even have to give you credit. Like I don't understand. Like if you can, I don't think you can do it all cash like you're talking about. TC.
Bro, she ran for office. Her position, her seat is elected. There's no credit check that the public's gonna do on her. That is not already
an ethics check, and that's what this is, TC. And I'll explain it one more time. The Democrats have been doing this for so long, over 15 cases with Donald Trump already.
You in the Matrix, bro.
She thought she was. Can you hear me now?
I'm going in and out.
Okay. She thought she was She thought she was a superstar prosecuting this case. She was running around like the king shit of the entire world. And I'll say it again, the Democrats have been doing this so long to America First Republicans, specifically Donald Trump and his associates, that she wasn't even scared. She thought she was on top of the world. She wasn't even trying to hide her shit because that's the way it's gone for so long. And she wasn't careful. And now, regardless of what you say, or don't say.
Trump about to fry up.
Yeah, when this gets in, when she could lose her position. And the Democrats will throw her to the wolves like they should, right? She wanted to play the game. She wanted to be the superstar, and she fucked up. And if they throw her to the wolves, I wouldn't even be mad at them because she deserves it. You take high risk. you win high prizes, but you could also make real losses. And that's just the long and short of this. We listened to this woman talk for over an hour. She was invested in total cap TC the entire time. Everybody heard it except maybe some of the ladies.
Yo, can I ask you a quick question?
That was whack. But
no, you can't.
That's fine.
You think that lawyer really ain't got a cash app, and that's really why she didn't use the cash app? He really ain't got one.
She just knows better that it's going to be a paper trail, which is
so
what
fuck my question, I guess.
about. And she's like, I'm not leaving a paper trail. I'm gonna do everything in cash, and it's fuck you niggas. Go ahead, Don.
Hope y'all documenting y'all dates.
So with that, right? Y'all tell me if I'm.
I normally have her meet me halfway.
Damn, Jacob. Holy shit.
Dom, it's Skino.
You don't say it.
One mic on Dom.
Can you please Google Mo, special ed ass, please?
Mo, you
Bro, how come he can say who?
Lord Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
One mic on Dom. Mo, can you chill, please? Welcome back. But also, can you chill?
Mo ain't doing that, Missy.
Oh, you put on a cake, man.
You really ain't doing that. Your neck bed. I used to like your mama.
Oh my goodness.
All you say, you're a corn.
Or do you want to make your point, Dom? Or do you want to?
These niggas be lame.
I'm
trying to, but what you call it? Is the conflict of interest here not okay? So I'm hearing both sides. Oh, she just went on a date and yada yada yada. But correct me if I'm wrong. If you have government money in your possession, aka in your bank account, isn't if there's monitoring and there's a report off the bank account based on how much money you spent, I'm assuming it's irrelevant if she claims to have used cash because she was in possession of government money. So it's like an automatic conflict of interest. Am I right on that or wrong?
Yeah, you sound like
you're wrong.
He's correct. I'm hearing different answers, and I'm hearing bitch ass Inc. talk shit again because that's what he do. Yeah, you
he's wrong. I would like it for us to talk from the basis of people.
If you don't mind agreeing to the person that said, oh, okay, you annoyed? Relax.
Because
that's okay. I wasn't done though, so relax. To the person who said yes, can you explain yourself, please?
Yes.
So okay, thank you, Bree.
When you file I respect Bree. When you file your taxes, okay.
I'm just fucking with you, by the way, Bree.
You have to report your income. It's just that simple. Whether you get it from the government, whether you get it from, being a stripper at the strip club, you have to report all that income. So, yes, 100%, it has to be reported, whether it's cash or not.
So here's the thing. If she got it, okay, so, and maybe, I know you guys keep making it seem like we're all like, oh, the women aren't getting it. No, I get it. I'm also like, I'm coming from a place of listening to what's going on and figuring it out. You guys already have her as being guilty, and she might be. I found some things funny too. But, okay, so let's assume for 1 second that the money that she had in cash came from her income that she already had taxes taken out of, right? Or how does it work for attorneys? Do they have to do a 1099 when they get paid? Are they putting money to the side? How does it work? But let's say that money.
Different. Yeah.
Okay, so the point is, so let's assume that taxes were taken out of that money, and the cash she had already been reported, and then she just pulled cash out from money that she had. Is that not a possibility? Like, is that what everybody's saying? Like, it's not possible that from whatever money she's made over the years, she's been stacking little bundles of cash in her safe at home. That is not possible. Now, I'm not trying. I get it. Everybody
but
said
she said she didn't have a safe, though.
No. I thought someone said she did. Someone joked and said she had it in a shoebox. But I thought someone said she did.
Miss Mello, to you real quick. So she always has enough to be below the CTR level. She's someone that knows to be below 10,000 and a penny.
I'm with you. Look, I realize there was some funny shit. I'm just saying, like, you guys are saying, like, you're making it seem like it's not possible for her to have had cash stacked. So, like, I did think some shit was funny, but, I mean, is it possible that she's telling the truth? Sure. But maybe not. Mm-hmm.
Miss, I think this whole thing with the cash in the shoebox is her trying to explain that she didn't.
Bro, that shows how dumb you are. She didn't say she had cash in the goddamn shoe.
Why you cut me off like that, though?
Excuse me.
Bro,
God, there's some people who have.
Why you gangster in a bow tie?
Alright, so I think this whole thing with the cash, with all the cash and who paid for what. Hold on. I think this whole thing with the cash and who paid for this vacation and that, I don't think it necessarily goes to the fact that she had money of the federal government in her personal account. I think it's her excuse that they're trying to flesh out here. Why she paid this special prosecutor this much money and then went around and fucked him and went on vacation with him for a couple of years. I would have to ask one of the people like Bree or somebody else who's more familiar with the case, but I think that's what's going on. That's what these questions are about. She said, and she made the excuse, oh, I went on these vacations, but I paid him back for it with her own personal money. But I don't think that's the ethics violation. I think the ethics violation is she paid him a couple of $100,000 to be the prosecutor to go against Trump, and then she went around and sucked his cock on vacation in Belize.
I think you're right. No, I see that part, and I think
she got him.
And I think I've already gotten an understanding now that the main issue is that she hired this dude, and she was fucking this dude, and she paid him a large amount of money, and basically went on trips with him, and supposedly, and so that's the part I think is funny. But I mean, is it possible? Yes. But paying him back, like, why would she even think to do that? Now, I'm not saying that you know, it's a little weird. So don't think that I'm not. I just like to be. I'm always a little bit balanced and trying to see both sides until you know the end. But I do see that. It's not that I'm like naive and like, oh yeah, you know, she's telling the truth. It's a little funny. Is it possible though? Yes. Is it possible that she just didn't want somebody paying for her? Of course it is. But I mean, the fact that she hired him is a little funny too, and supposedly it was a large amount of money. So yes, I get that. I think we're just talking. I think we're just talking about this. That's all it is. We're having a dialogue. So you guys go ahead.
How many of you ladies have paid your lover back half after they took you on a trip somewhere? Is that normal for you to do after you know
just because I don't do it don't mean that somebody else
might, right? And then you get home and
I'm not gonna say no one else.
Fucking Discover or something. Here's some cash back.
This is the same lady who's $2 million.
You take me on a trip or vacation somewhere, I'm not giving you no money back.
This
exactly.
This is the same lady sitting on $2 million in stock who wouldn't take anything out or cash anything out to pay her tax lien on her own house. She's not financially sound. Y'all thinking too big. Y'all thinking too highly of her.
Well, it's not necessarily, miss, and to the woman who
she got no money.
I'm not trying. I don't know about this case that well, except from what we just heard. I mean, I'm a Trump supporter. I can barely even read, but it just seems like from what I saw on the headline and then listening to the testimony that these two things are not perfectly related. I think there's more to this ethics violation than just what I think this is her excuse. This is why they're having to question her so much, because she's like, oh, no, I wasn't sucking the guy's cock in Belize that I hired to be the special prosecutor.
Hey, I didn't get an answer to my question, ladies. Was that a zero? None of you have ever done that?
That was a zero.
Nah. No.
You goofy.
Who's going to tell the world on record they went and sucked somebody's cock in Belize? Who's going to do that?
No, I said
who's going to
go on a trip and then you paid it back.
Let it go, Jacob. They're not going to answer it. Let it go.
All right. The answer is no. Sure the answer is no.
I said no. What the fuck you mean we're not going to answer it? Goodness, you can't
I counted your no as a non-answer.
So this woman's a pretty unique individual to do all that for this man. Wow, that she really goes out on a limb for him. And even gets him a job.
Listen, I hear you.
After 5,
you would leave your wife for that too.
I just got one question though, Dane, right? So after 5+ hours of listening to this lady, what is the conclusion of y'all learning about this?
I gave my conclusion.
What's the conclusion? What's going to happen now? We're going to move into tomorrow because y'all been on this for 5+ hours.
Oh, you just want to cry because we've been talking about it for 5 hours?
I'm trying to help.
answer your question, RJ. I think it's just a topic. We're open 24 hours. We can talk about anything we want, just like we did with the Monique interview, just like we did with Cat Williams, just like we do with anything that's like hot on the press, hot news, current events. This is what people are kind of talking about anyway in life in the real world. So why not have a breakdown in here? Yeah, and when it's about other things that we have been, I just want to finish. And when it's over, we can talk about other things that we were distracted by. No, the whole room was talking, so I muted the stage. Afterwards, we could talk about anything else, whatever the case. But while we are focused on this one thing, why not deep dive into it? It's just a topic, guys. We do this every time we talk about something. We say, like, what's the point? It's a talking app. It's an audio app. We're here to have conversations.
Yeah, but didn't you peep how she wanted to change the convo multiple times? Like, shit, this is her room, or technically her team. So it's like, bro, I get what you're saying, Q, but sometimes other motherfuckers want to change the topic. It's been 5+ hours. God damn.
Wait, what?
Read the chat, bro. Read the chat. It's like, and they want to have it.
Okay, well then it can happen organically, and that'll be up to Qspiracy because they're running the room. But for now, they haven't said anything, and people are vibing in current conversation right now, like they were going back and forth about something. So no need to like shut that down just to say like shift it. When Qspiracy is ready, they'll come together as a team, go in the group chat, prepare their next topic, change the title, put a link up, however they want to do it, and they'll change it. It's up to them to run it. They got it. They got this.
Free art is irrelevant, respect.
They got this, but Bree playing the clips for them. Okay, Q.
Y'all chill out. Damn, nigga.
Play clips for anybody. It doesn't matter. Whoever's available to play clips. I play clips. Bree plays clips. Lynn can play clips. Whoever can play. Matter. Maybe some people are working. Some people. I just said that as a suggestion. It doesn't matter, but we can get into the conversation.
Talking about numbers for 5 hours. Does you still feel that way, or we?
No, we don't have to. 5 hours. Okay.
That shit lasted.
Does anybody have anything else to say to the current topic of what we're talking about?
No. I got a new topic if you wanna.
Thank you, Unity.
Please. Okay. That's not what we're going to do.
One quick thing.
Just move. Okay, it's up to Qspiracy. Unity is Qspiracy, so if they want to shift, they can shift. But I just permit.
I really shut the fuck up, bro. You really gotta shut the fuck up. Shut up. Be quiet when she's talking. When she's talking, you shut the fuck up, nigga.
Anyway,
goofy ass nigga.
People were in conversation.
If anybody interrupts you, he's dropping.
He's dropped. It was a troll. So I don't know. People are already in mid convo. So I don't know if they want to finish their thoughts about that.
She's still talking.
Does the room, in general, think that the United States government?
Yo, I'm not having nobody interrupt you. I just said that shit.
Goofy.
Don't do it again.
Go ahead to do, bro. She just told that man to go ahead, Chuck.
Don't care. She said we're minding the room.
Bring it back up, bro.
Don't really give a fuck. I don't have to ask questions. I'm a mod, right? Shut up. I'm fucking with you. I'm just messing with you, Shot. I'm just messing with you.
Wait, can that man finish his question though?
Nigga, you dead serious.
Wait, hold on. Can that man finish his question though?
We need to do it in an orderly fashion. We about to make a transition, and I don't got nothing to do with the transition, but just make it orderly. Fuck.
Nigga, you a mod.
Wait, pass the mic back to Doctor though.
All right,
let's do that. Bring him up.
Thank you.
Wait, no, he's about to bring up a brand new topic. I've been waiting to talk. What the fuck am I waiting on?
Wait, is it?
I'm not going to bring up a brand new topic. No, I'm going on the same topic real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, real quick. I just wanted to know what the room thought. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you straight, bro.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Sorry. Do you guys believe that the federal government and certain state governments like Georgia and Nevada and Maine are purposely prosecuting their political opponents in order to get to have their person win the election in November?
Yes.
Duh.
Yes.
A lot of people don't. You wouldn't believe it, but Total Cap, TC, he doesn't believe that. There's a whole bunch of people who don't believe that. But thank you.
You named one person, though.
Greg, he is correct.
Go to Debate the News or Millie Marathon. You'll see 100 people that don't believe that. I know it's hard to believe, but there are a lot of people.
Bro, no, it's not. 85% of these motherfuckers are stupid. I say this constantly in this room, and I might be one of the stupid motherfuckers, but that's definitely real. 85% of the population are fucking stupid.
No, I'm one of them that believes that. I don't believe the Democratic Party would ever do that to nobody, never.
Thank you, guys.
I can see you being president in your little straw hat, OC. I fucks with it.
Oh, bro, you wild.
Hey, honestly speaking, though, I can't wait for November to come and go. Because we either getting aliens, we getting another disease, knock on wood, or I don't know. But it's going to be some shit that we can't fight back against. And we just gonna have to listen to the government. That's
I can fight back against
it. Who said we can't fight it?
That part.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to fight back against aliens, and if there's another pandemic, you can't fight back against that because you can't see it. So yeah, I think that's where we're headed. Because no way in hell they're gonna let Trump win the election, no matter how many ballots he's put back on, or no matter how much traction he gets. There's gonna be something: a fucking war, aliens, or disease. Point blank, period.
Did anyone see anything about the Space Force being now part of the Air Force or something? I thought they were separate. Now it looks like...
Anyway.
Jacob, you know why that is, right?
All right, I just want to
I didn't.
make...
I was going to tell you.
All right, so I was in... Before I say this, have you guys seen that clip where they show all the news channels? Hold on. Do I need to mute you?
Did you?
Or can I... do you need me to, or can I?
Did you?
Jacob, chill.
Okay. So, like I was saying, there's a clip. It shows the news and it's different news stations, and they're all saying the same exact script. Right. Okay. I was in downtown Detroit today. There's a place called Campus Martius. It's like the core of Detroit. So there's like CBS and there was like other like news stations, and then I was talking to this camera person, and what they were saying is there's some shooting in like Kansas or something, and in Detroit they're doing the NFL draft that's coming up. So they were saying that they're beefing up security for the NFL draft that's coming to Detroit because they're expecting like something. Now, the only thing I'm trying to point out is that in that news clip where all the news channels are saying the same thing, there literally was multiple news stations today, and that was the story that they were all reporting on. So,
Unity. So they was trying to say they were. I never believed. I don't know who I thought they were. I never thought they were like illegal immigrants or immigrants in general. But they said they were thugs shooting at their rivals. That's what they so-called said. That there were two juveniles and an adult, and they were shooting at rival gang members or rival thugs. But they happened to hit a Latino, a DJ, one of the most popular DJs in Kansas City.
Oh, hey, I think I was reading this for the room. Hey, Unity. I don't know if you were here earlier. Did you know that George Soros now owns 200 radio stations in the United States? He bought the second largest radio broadcasting agency that's right behind iHeartMedia, and inherited 200 radio stations. So with what you just said about the news, and I could play that clip if y'all want, the one he talking about where everybody was saying the same shit. So what you said about that, imagine what's about to happen with George fucking Soros owning 200 radio stations.
And what happens to she being a radio host? And that's why I was saying, like, she's popular for playing Mexican music, and she was just a very popular DJ.
Oh, Dan, you are not letting that go, I see. I'm not even going to try to convince you otherwise, bro. When you really figure it out, you let me know, because I'm going to be interested in hearing that shit, bro. Because I see you not letting that go, which is a good thing. But when you figure that out, let me know. Hey, Jim, it's not about people listening to the radio and not listening to the radio. And just because you don't listen to the radio doesn't mean people don't listen to the radio. So let me explain to the room why it's important, since you niggas only see surface level shit. In the event of a nuclear attack, in the event of an EMP, what do you think is going to be working? Where do you think you're going to get the news from? How do you think things are going to be broadcasted? Ding, 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 the radio.
I just wanted to say super quick to what Jacob mentioned. Consider all of
down.
I said quick, bro.
No, I'm saying we just can't just fly past that. There's a lot of surface level thinking in here.
Interjecting
and we don't think past the surface. So that's why the radio.
I'm not, you're not going past it, bro. It was going to take 10 seconds. I would have said what I was going to say to Jacob, but I was going to say, Jacob, if you can consider the Space Force mixed with the military, it's probably because a lot of military pilots see these crafts, so they're just mixing the two.
Well, no, what I'm getting at is like when Trump, I mean, this is the way I understand. When Trump created that, it was
Trump didn't create that, bro. That's why you're confused.
All right, well, hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. But he signed it in as like another military branch, as I understood it. He was like, "Oh, this is the fifth or whatever number we're on with it," right? And then just like today or yesterday, I think today I saw it. Somebody posted something that like it had been rebranded, and it read like Space Force, like part of the Air Force.
Federation. Ever since it first was brought up,
Air Force.
Jacob, ever since when it was first put in, it was always an arm of the Air Force because of infrastructure. Okay. So from day one, it was a subsidiary of the Air Force.
We might have to look into that because I thought it was a standalone thing, bro. They had their own flag, they own everything, to my knowledge.
So
is it the Air Force part of the Army?
No, we're not talking about Air Force and Army. He said Space Force. But
I know, but isn't one of the branches that we know? I'm not an expert on this, but one of the branches.
I think the Marines is with the Navy. The Navy. And the Army is standalone, and the Air Force and the Air Force is standalone. So yes, the Space Force had always was going to merge into the to the Air Force.
But it was originally always known as Galactic Federation. So the name might have got.
Force is a standalone.
Right. I might have to fact check that in real time.
Hold on.
Yeah,
is it not the 18 branches of the military
entity?
Do you guys not realize that so they're talking about all the Space Force shit, but why do you guys not find it ironic that they're not mentioning Galactic Federation? Why is that?
Hey Dom, let me pose a theory your way because I looked at this from both points of views. One, Space Force could be about aliens, right? It's very well possible it could be, but again, thinking past the surface, it could also be about cyberspace. And it's also very possible that both things could be true at the same time, which is why I think Space Force's first mission was to intercept a satellite or some shit like that because of communications. I think that was their first mission. It was created in 2019 as a standalone. So to my knowledge, OC might have just put me on something new. I got to go look it back up. But from what I know, the shit was a standalone. And it could very well mean space, or it could mean cyberspace. In my opinion, there's no fucking going to space, so it could only mean cyberspace. So I don't know.
I think Trump said that, but it was never really what it was. Like,
it was the 18
separate, but it was always Air Force.
It was the 18 branch in the military, you know.
Yeah, then there's also like the secret Space Force. The secret Space Force, which was called like Solar Warden, who supposedly protect our galaxy, and that's like that guy in the UK that hacked the Pentagon and like found like alien officers like on a list and stuff. Forget what his name was, but yeah.
So Dom, I kind of answered your question. You just didn't like